What are we gonna talk about?
I need you to talk.
What are we gonna We're gonna talk about Gucci?
We're gonna talk about you talking about something about thinking about something
money?
to talk. No, we're gonna talk about something you thinking about something to talk.
Excuse me. You lost me.
This is gonna be a cold start.
It's a cold start.
Yeah.
Blah.
We're already recording.
We're already recording.
No,
you gotta record the 10 seconds.
It's gonna be the whole episode.
You gotta record the what?
Take a pause. There you go. Done.
What are you talking about?
Cue the intro.
I don't
Take
want.
pause.
I don't.
And we're back.
Oh my gosh! You can't be doing this.
Welcome to Two Line Brothers Podcast, also known as T.L.B.P. I'm Adrian, and this is Victor. Flipping it around this week.
Whoa! What the fudge?
I flipped it around on you.
You almost just made me cuss, and I don't even cuss. That's messed up.
I just flipped this whole episode around. No one knows what's going on.
I don't even know what's going on. How the fuck did you just do that? I feel like you preemptively.
It's a cold start.
And now roll the credits.
No, we can't roll the credits.
I know it's audio.
Look,
imagine some guy with just like a script, just being like, and producer Adrian, editor Adrian.
Hosted by Adrian and Victor.
That'd be the only time my name show up. Executive manager Adrian.
Some guy with the laptop.
Adrian. That one guy who said a joke at the end. Adrian.
That would be like
side character number 1.
I don't know.
Side character number 2. You got multi-personalities, bro.
I don't got multi-personality.
You gotta take them all in control, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't know what you're saying.
I don't know what I'm saying. This is very confusing.
A very confusing episode.
I don't even feel like we started recording.
You feel like we started
because I haven't said the intro. You said it. I feel so wrong.
You feel wrong?
I feel so robbed of something.
I've been saying this for months now. I think we should do an episode. Okay, so I don't know.
You pitched.
I pitched
in a board meeting.
And a board, not in a meeting we had.
Okay.
And I think I've said it on a podcast before too, where we should do a podcast episode by ourselves and see if we can hold
the conversation by ourselves.
Find something to talk about for like 30 minutes.
I feel like I just start venting.
You know,
I just talk trash about everybody. I'll just be like that one guy. And you know how it works down at the deli. Oh my! Let me tell you something. I'm kidding.
But you know who you are.
Can't be doing this. Not right.
Everybody who works at a deli is gonna be like, "Are they talking about me?"
No, I love delis. I love good meats.
I think it depends.
if they got good meats.
Yeah, because some delis it's like, eh.
It's I know.
You know,
they got
other places like, oh, that's premium.
Yeah, and there's those delis that are like / bakeries.
Yeah.
So they make the bread in house.
Yeah.
That is something else. I tell you,
it's an experience.
It is. It really is.
That's a unique experience.
You walk in, it's like fresh bread.
Good. Yeah.
It's great.
Actually, there was this Italian restaurant where I used to, let's say, work. Because I actually used to work by there. So there was this Italian restaurant, and they would make fresh pasta and tomato sauce. Everything was made that day. They make it in the morning and then package it and then sell it. So you could go buy fresh pasta every single day.
That's great.
And I remember I kept showing up, and the guy looked at me this one time. He goes, you've been coming in a lot. I'm like, I know, it's because your pasta's good. Yeah. And he goes, it's not even mine, it's my dad's.
That's funny. Yeah. I mean, this whole pitch idea, I don't know. I don't think I could do it by myself.
You don't think you could do it by yourself?
No, I need somebody to bounce off of.
You depend too much on me.
I do depend too much on you.
You know what's interesting?
What?
If I don't know what to say, I depend on you.
Exactly.
It's when I blank, you kick in.
Exactly. We just blank and we're like, you know what? I got you.
Well, I think it has to do with the fact that we have just gotten so used to having this format. I
mean, I feel like I just end up doing a tech review. Well, without visuals. Just imagine the phone. It's a rectangular shape. It's got a nice screen.
Pulls the phone out of his pocket. So on this phone that you guys can't see, I'm opening.
Imagine doing an audio unboxing.
An audio unboxing.
It just be like an ASMR.
Yeah.
The whole thing.
The plastic of the screen.
Oh man.
There's something about that.
It's just when you have a brand new screen and it's got that plastic on it and you're just ripping it off. It's like the best thing ever. It's so satisfying. I can't.
I love reading the comment section on YouTube videos of that. They're like that. It's almost sensual.
I know.
The way you flick your wrist.
I know, because they literally put it up close to the microphone and the camera, and just the flick of the wrist. Just at the tail end, just the flick, just whoosh, you know what I'm saying? It's great, man. It's really a magical moment. I tell you, it's like a moment of clarity. Like everything makes sense in that moment.
Everything makes sense.
Everything just falls into place.
Oh, that reminds you.
Yeah.
That reminds you. What's this movie where James Franco, he plays like this drug lord, and he's like, they call me Crystal Clear.
Oh yeah, the Green Hornet.
Yeah, the Green Hornet, man. I haven't seen that in so long.
Yeah.
He's like, they call me Crystal Clear. I got a see-through piano.
Like what?
It's like the funniest. Then they like pan the camera to like this piano.
Also, he's got like that gun with like a dual barrel. It splits in half.
No, that's not him. That's
that's the other guy.
That's the Russian dude.
Yeah, it's the Russian dude.
But like, if you haven't seen the Green Hornet, what's his name? Seth Rogen's in it.
Seth Rogen's in it.
Yeah.
This is not the one with Bruce Lee.
Yeah, that's like way old.
Yeah.
But no.
That's also a good one though. That's the original.
I mean, yes, the original. You know,
you can never have something better than the original.
Well, I mean, there are some things that are better than the original.
Okay, sometimes.
I mean, I think it depends.
Yeah, it really does.
It's like every like song that was like originally recorded, and then somebody else came and then recorded themselves.
Yeah, I know.
And then you hear that version first, and then you hear the original, and you go, actually, I like the cover one better.
Because you heard that one first.
Exactly. So in those cases,
that's just preference and growing.
It's like what is it? It's like how they're saying Disney's ruining so many children's childhoods, because think about it, if you saw the live action Lion King movie before the original Lion King, you know
it's because you sit on it.
Yeah,
you grow on it.
Yeah,
it's like people like Disney Plus, and then there's people that like Netflix.
Yeah,
but they go to Disney Plus because they have all the Disney stuff, right?
Well, I mean,
if you grabbed a person who just did not know what a streaming service is, and then
someone from the middle of nowhere, with no Wi-Fi,
exactly, and just did like a test between like, okay, you gotta have like a good amount of numbers because test results can be changed and stuff like that. But anyways, you'd get like a good group of people if you divided them in like half, not like cut them in half, but if you divided them equally.
The group
in half. Yeah. Not cut the people in half. That's aggressive. That's
get to the point.
That's graphical. Okay.
Get to the point.
Yeah. If you divided those people in half and you put one on Netflix and then you put the other one on Disney and then just one day switch it on them, they'd feel more comfortable and say they like Disney instead of Netflix because they had Disney first.
Really? So wait, you mean to tell me? Okay, I think it depends on the. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
It's because you're sitting on it.
Well,
you get comfortable with the idea and how things work.
Yeah.
So then eventually you're just like, I prefer this. Yeah. Like for example, for me, and what I've seen with a bunch of other students is we use something called VLE, which is the virtual learning environment.
Yeah.
And then we have Google Classroom. We were all shown Google Classroom first.
Yeah.
We all like Google Classroom. And then they show us VLE and we're just like, I don't know about it.
I don't know how I feel.
But now I'm like, I kind of like VLE.
Yeah.
If you know how to use it and the teacher knows how to use it. If you and the teacher knows how to use it, it's a magical place.
Oh, yeah. But if nobody knows how to use it, everything's falling apart.
Everything's falling apart.
It's like when I was at college, we moved to Brightspace because everybody used to use something called Blackboard.
That's Brightspace.
Yeah, then we moved to Brightspace, and every professor had they got trained to learn how to use it.
And don't know how to use it.
And they didn't know how to use it.
No, it's because the courses, because I had to do an introductory course for the VLE, which is Brightspace.
Really?
Yeah, I had to do that. I didn't read it. I didn't read it at all.
I know.
And I understand it perfectly.
No, I know, but like some people, like, okay, so look. I had professors. Let me get to the point. This is where it gets really interesting. I had professors who literally put everything under one heading, like the course, then like the
They didn't create little brackets of units.
No, because like how everything's divided up on its own. They just dumped everything to one file.
Oh my god.
And then it was divided into like sub files. So to find your assignments or like rubrics or stuff, you'd have to click on the course, click on the subject, click on the week, then click on the like assignments, then click on the actual doc. Like so, it's like 7 to 8 clicks just to get to there. See, plus you had to log in and get to the even course.
That's why there's an assignment tab.
I know, but I don't know how to use it. Like this is what I'm saying.
I mean, and it's not hard.
I had a professor once try to upload an entire film once, and like, I mean, you can. But like, it was just funny because they're like, I don't know what I'm doing. Like that's literally what he told. He's like, I don't know if it worked. Can anyone see it? And we're like, sir, if you don't know what you're doing, what makes you think I know what I'm doing?
Exactly. Like if you're messed up, I'm lost. There's no cause.
No, you messed up. I got no Wi-Fi, bro.
I know. Like there's no way of return. But there is way of return if you get a brand new teacher and scrap everything.
No, but there are some professors who like they're proactive and they use it really well. Like, and their format and everything. And I like it. Like I had a professor, one of my psychology professors, like when she would upload, she like had the weeks divided and like the assignments and the assignment, like everything was done like using it the way it's intended to be used.
And it's a magical place.
And it
Everything's
works.
so organized. It works beautifully.
Yeah.
Nothing goes wrong. Maybe like 1 or 2 students have a tech issue, but that's just their fault. But like, again,
because they don't know how to use the Wi-Fi.
Exactly. But, everything just works out. It's like, wow.
Yeah.
Why haven't we been using this from the beginning?
Yeah. And then other professors try to they're like, oh, someone emailed me that I should use it the way this person uses it. Yeah. And then they go and they try to copy what that person did on their course. You know what happens?
What?
They mess it up even more. I had this one professor. She did this. Before the program I was in another program, I had a professor who did this, and somehow all her assignments just disappeared.
That's a problem.
Yeah, I know. So we were all just like, so all the assignments disappear. Now what? So what? Were we not supposed to do this week's assignment because it's not there anymore? And everyone's like, what is it? I had a professor, and we were all emailing her because the assignment for that week was just gone.
Yeah.
There was no way to submit it either. So we're like, okay. So we all email her, yo, do we email it to you? Is that what's
gonna go on?
And then and then we got an automated reply to everyone saying, please do not email it. I'm working to fix it. And then in class, she's like, look, guys, I got hundreds of emails. My inbox is flooded with you guys. All of you asking, what do I do? How do I fix this? What do we do? The assignments do. And she's like, you know what? You're all getting an extension until it's fixed.
Oh my
because
gosh.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Exactly.
I'm trying to figure it out. And all of you asking me, what in the world do we do? For this assignment, she's like, I don't have time. She's like, I'm trying to figure it out. And people are like, she's like, and you guys aren't the only class I teach. I have 3 other classes to worry about.
Yeah.
And it was just so funny. She was panicking.
She's just falling apart.
She was just panicking
please,
just so hard.
I'm giving you that extra time you need. Just please.
And this one guy at the back of the class goes, but this is your job.
Exactly. We're paying literally tax dollars, and we're paying tuition.
Yeah, we should
Yeah, but the whole learning environment in general.
Yeah.
For Brightspace, it's so open. So if a teacher has a certain teaching style, it can be accommodated for their teaching style. Yeah. As long as they just use the whole organization system to the way they want, they can teach the way they would if they were in person.
Yeah.
And that's the freedom that I like.
Yeah, I mean, but there are often I find that a lot of professors or teachers they get trained for it, but they don't it's they skim over the basics and that's it. It's not detailed and anything. I had this one professor, he was really he was like, how do you guys like Brightspace? I'm like, well, we're using it and it's okay. I mean, it's not best. And then he tells us that he started looking up YouTube tutorials on how to do stuff on it. And we're like, seriously? He goes, yeah. He's like, so I know how to do all this other stuff. And he would make group assignments and divide us into groups and stuff. Yeah. Cause he actually learned how to use it. And I was like, see, this is someone who's proactive. Yeah. Right? And that's what
somebody who cares about the job and is willing to do the learning part of it.
But I think all teachers, most teachers, if not all teachers, should be like this. Especially during the pandemic, because when the platform changed, because you're not having the student in class anymore, every teacher had to be proactive. Yeah. Right? Because it wasn't a choice of whether or not.
Well, not every teacher, but most teachers.
They should have been proactive. Yeah. Right? And even now, some of them are doing it online, and a lot of students moved to online now. So even that, it's become this whole thing of now even more teachers are having to be teaching online as opposed to in class. So it's a whole thing, and this is just a disaster. Everything's
falling apart. I mean, see, and the thing is, this quad that I have right now, both of my classes are in Google Classroom, and the reason they're both in Google Classroom is because the teachers didn't want to go and learn Brightspace.
Wow.
But you know what's funny?
What?
My English teacher just today gave us an assignment that does what? Guess what? Guess what it does?
What?
Connects to the VLE, which is Brightspace. So it's literally just why don't you just pick Brightspace from the beginning? Now you're making us use their archives and stuff like that for newspapers and their search engine.
Well, no, it's just because what they do is they have a database.
Yeah, I know.
And the only way to connect to it is through the VLE.
No, I know.
Because Google Classroom doesn't have a direct line of.
I know.
So it's this whole thing.
Yeah, I know. But there's advantages to using Brightspace. And there's also, again, learning curves. Always with the learning curves. All these people.
Everything's a learning curve.
Exactly. So both of my teachers are just sticking with Google Classroom because they're just it's easier, it's simpler, it looks simpler. It honestly looks simpler, and there's even a little tab that tells you when you got all your nice assignments and stuff. I have nothing there because I already handed everything in. It's great.
Okay, that's great.
Kinda.
Cool.
It just says, woohoo, no assignments.
Woohoo, no assignments.
No, that's honestly what it says. If I could show you all.
If I could show you all.
It just says, woohoo,
I'll take a screenshot, upload to the Instagram.
No, Twitter. Tweeting
right,
every day.
Because you're tweeting every day.
I'm tweeting every day.
How's that going? It's been a week now. It's been 2 weeks actually now. Oh, it's been 2 weeks since we talked about it.
Yeah.
But it's been like over a week now that you've been doing.
Yeah, I'm supposed to be on day 7.
Day 8, actually. Today's the 8th
Yeah,
of
I'm
March.
supposed to be on day 8. But I caught and fallen behind. Like yesterday, I didn't do it, so I tweeted twice.
Today.
I forgot to put Captain's Log.
Yeah.
On one of them.
Yeah.
Because I was just saying, because the day you're hearing this on is the International Women's Day.
Yeah.
So I said, Happy International Women's Day.
Yeah.
So I did that, and then I did another one asking how everyone's Monday vibes were going.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those were the 2 tweets of today.
Great.
Yeah.
I like how we're talking about this literally a week from when this is going to be.
I know. There's going to be so much more.
This is, for those who don't know, for obvious, this week, or for the past few weeks, we've been pre-recording.
Yeah.
So this episode is actually recorded on March 8th, but the episode actually won't go up until March 12th. So you're listening to this 4 days late from when we're talking about it. By then, there will be at least 4 more tweets.
Imagine a crazy event happens.
Yeah.
Just we've talked about this before. Imagine just some crazy event happens and we miss it. And we just upload casually and we're just going to pretend it's never happened.
I know. Well, I mean, right now, like the big thing on Twitter right now, like the big thing that everybody's talking about is what's his name, the prince,
Meghan and Harry.
Meghan and Harry. Everybody's talking about how like the racism in the palace and how like she was going through like a lot of like suicidal issues and all this like mental health stuff, and they didn't offer to help her, and it's this whole thing. And I'm gonna be honest, I didn't watch it because like I felt like I expected that.
Yeah.
At the very least, I
mean, like
that.
some of the things they talked about in the video, it was like it's good to voice.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm like, it's basically gossip.
Yeah.
And it's giving me too much insight on your life.
Yeah.
There's no privacy.
Well, no,
but
that's the environment that they're in, right? So like,
from the moment you say Prince, you're like your whole life is on a plate.
I mean, yeah, like it's crazy, but I think that the biggest issue is the fact that like they weren't willing. Now everyone's paying attention.
Yeah.
And now everyone also has like the world now sees what's really going on, like what we couldn't see before.
And this monarch and how messed up it really is.
Now we can see the insights, right? And it's really sad to hear that like they weren't willing to help one of their own, and it's really sad. And I mean, everything is controlled. I get that, but like it shouldn't always be like that. What you say, what you wear, how you speak, how you walk, the way you address your like all of this stuff.
It's because it was the whole monarch idea is all about the etiquette.
Yeah.
Right? The whole fundamental idea is all that. It's all about nobility. It's all about class.
But it's all over now.
They don't know that.
They should know that.
They're stuck in the past. To be honest, like our government.
Yeah.
It's parliamentary monarch.
Yeah.
Right? We got the queen on our coin and stuff like that. Queen does absolutely nothing for us.
I mean, I get it.
We're independent.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Sort of. It's complicated.
It's complicated. But, they'd be fine without the queen.
We would be fine without the queen.
No, I'm saying they would be fine without the queen.
Because they already have the whole parliament.
I know.
They got a prime minister.
I know. If you just, to be honest and be real with you.
Yeah.
The parliament is what controls everything.
Yeah.
And the prime minister.
Yeah.
Why do we have the queen? Because we like to give money.
Because we like to give money.
We like charity.
We like charity.
We like to help those in need.
They don't need our help.
Exactly! You see what I'm getting at here?
It's a whole thing.
I bet you somebody's listening in on us right now and they got like a sniper on me. They're just like, I can't be saying this out loud.
It's a good thing we're in the basement.
There's a window right beside me.
It's a little window.
They got like infrared right now.
It's a little window.
They got infrared on me right now. It's
a tiny little window.
They're seeing my brain sparkle up in heat. It's crazy.
No way. But like this is the thing, right? And I don't know why everyone was up there. There have been moments where everyone has been obsessed with the royalty. I like just choked on oxygen.
Like I've never seen that happen before.
Because I tried to breathe in while keeping the conversation. Anyway, so there was a moment where there have been moments where everyone was obsessed with the royal family, and I'm gonna be honest. Okay, when William got married, wow, it's a big deal. Everyone's like, and then Harry got married. Wow, everybody was like scrutinized, and it's always like I feel bad for their wives, honestly, like because everyone scrutinizes every little thing.
Yeah,
like every little thing that they do, even down to like the way they walked out. Like
the way they walked out, she tripped a little bit on her heel there.
Like nobody cares.
Exactly.
And then like the other thing too is like
they're just people.
No, I know. And then like the other thing too is like I remember for Kate the big thing was that everyone was scrutinizing over the fact that she hadn't had a child.
Yeah.
And like how she had to have a child, how there had to be an heir.
There need to be a lineage.
And I was like, who in the world cares if the lineage ends now? It's better for everyone.
Exactly.
But I mean, I get it. Like they're just stuck in this like loop of tradition.
Yeah.
And it's a lot like...
And it's all about keeping that tradition, you know?
Exactly, right.
Keeping the idea and the concept alive to not forget the past.
I feel it's the British holding on to their last bit of culture.
It's honestly, because if you try their food, it's kind of bland. I mean, no offense, but it's true.
I mean, the world knows this.
The world knows this, and I know a few British people that say their food is bland. I mean, they're just like, we have like, you know, one or two dishes or like 3 dishes, you know, like, okay, they got some flavor in them, you know what I'm saying? But like, besides that,
their pastries are, you know, they're okay.
Their pastries,
yeah, that's about it though. But I mean, if you want real pastry, go to France.
I know you go. Oh my gosh,
they got France right there.
You just gotta go over. Hop on over.
Just jump over that border.
Exactly.
Just make a quick, you know.
All the British people are gonna leave Britain now.
It's gonna be a real Brexit.
Oh my gosh. Hashtag Brexit.
No, don't start
the movement.
We're in Canada.
I know. But we're connected.
So, loosely.
We got the monarch here.
No, we're loosely connected. We have nothing to do.
Honestly, we could cut that and it wouldn't affect us
when
that
they
much.
came to visit, when William and Kate were here for one of the Canada days.
Yeah.
They came and
I saw them with my own eyes.
They went around Canada, you know, it was a whole thing.
Yeah.
When they came, it was like, wow, great, they're here, that's nice.
Cool.
Why though?
I mean, like, what relevance does this have?
I mean, yeah, it's like,
see, but when
where's Elizabeth at, bro?
See, but when Ryan Reynolds came in, we all understood. We're like, he's Canadian, he's a treasure, you know, bring him in. Like, he needs to be there.
What was that, like, 2 years ago now?
Yeah.
2 years ago now, he was here for Canada. And I think that's interesting, though, because, like, one of the things that I can't imagine what it must be like to be in his position, right?
I know.
Because, like, you can't really go anywhere without, like, causing a scene.
I know.
Right? And
I caused the scene. I was literally yelling, Senor Pikachu. You know, I was just... and he laughed.
Yeah.
He laughed. He heard me.
Yeah.
He heard me, and I saw his face grin.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, all the Latinos started coming at me.
Yeah,
I don't know what happened.
It was weird. They heard you speak Spanish.
They heard me speak Spanish, and like, that's the area.
Well, the other thing, too, is, like, for some reason, on Canada Day, there are so many tourists in Canada.
I know.
Like, especially from Latin America.
They leave their own countries just to come here for this event.
One year, we ran into, like, a whole crowd of, like, people from South Korea who were here just for Canada Day. I'm like, why are you guys coming on Canada?
I know, like...
Our own people can't even get in here because, like, there's so many people.
I know, there's so many tourists.
I mean, it's crazy. And but what I do like about Canada is that every year when, you know, because they filmed the Hill.
Yeah.
Capital where they do like this, they have like this huge stage and they have artists perform and, you know, the prime minister gives a speech and all this stuff. But what I really like about it is that they get soldiers who are overseas to say Happy Canada Day to people, which I think is really interesting.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, it's not really for me. It's more like for them, right? Yeah. Like it's and then they have like the way that they have the jets fly over, like it's a whole thing. But I like that because it's showing that even though they're far away and they're not in our country or whatever, you know, Canada is still a part of them. And
it's still their home,
and we still acknowledge them, right? So it's like, I know you there, bro. I got you, kind of thing, which I think is really nice that they do that. And also like, and some years they'll show like places all over like Canada showing off the like what. Oh yeah,
they're showing off the different parliaments.
Yeah, well no, they'll also
not like the little buildings.
Yeah, but they'll show off like other cities where like the party's happening. Yeah, you know, for Canada, and it's and in Montreal. Interestingly enough, it's moving day, so a bunch of people move on Canada. I know, which is like I don't know.
It's just like, are we gonna watch the Canada Day on TV, or are we just gonna?
Yeah, like, I don't know why people do it, but like a bunch of people move on Canada Day. But it's like every province has its own way of tackling it, which I think is interesting, and it's like the most, I guess, Canadian. It's the day to express yourself as a Canadian. Yeah, but like being Canadian is so diverse as it stands. So like, cause everyone, well, most of us, if not all of us, are either immigrants or we are descendants of immigrants who came, because no one was actually here except, you know, the First Nations who were here before everybody else. Yeah. But other than that, and what I like to is like, you know, we have the natives performers and whatever. Yeah. But it's really interesting to see like all the people like come together and just like vibe.
I know. I mean, like once it reaches the 8 o'clock.
Yeah, but it's like it's so interesting. I love it. It's just I don't know how to express it. Like I guess it's like the pride I have for being from here. Yeah. That is just it's this undescribable feeling. Sadly, this year wasn't like wow. You know, it was it was
was
pretty depressing.
Yeah, it was. honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, it kind of like we were all hoping for like at least something.
Yeah.
And they did something.
Yeah.
It was something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, the way that they did like the fireworks like virtually.
Yeah, that was cool though.
That was interesting.
That showed the world that augmented reality is very
Kinda
very
works.
It kind of works, you know, like it's possible that, you know, we can have this going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was this whole thing. I don't know where to go from here. I'm gonna be honest.
I know we talked about school.
Yeah.
Well, we talked about the online class environment.
Yeah.
And then we talked about Canada.
Yeah.
And its patronism.
Yeah. The British.
The British. And how the Queen's unnecessary. We talk a lot about the Queen. I just realized how much we talked. Okay, like, I feel bad. Honestly, like, somebody's going to think I'm going to grow up to be some criminal. I talked about treason.
We talked about treason.
Well, specifically me.
Well, because we didn't know what it was.
We didn't know what it was, so we researched.
Live on the podcast.
Exactly. You know, we talk a lot about the Queen. I mean, it's mainly for that, like, the joke that she's not dead yet. She's not dead yet. How long is she going to live for? Like, this is...
She could easily make it another 10 years.
This is a sincere question.
She could easily make another 10 years.
Let somebody else have a chance.
No.
You know, something terribly wrong could go on. And the next line of lineage could die.
I think she's already been vaccinated, too.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, so...
I, like, checked my brain archive.
You don't have an archive.
It was literally, like... It's like, you know, like that SpongeBob scene where he pulls out the files and it just keeps going? That was me right now. I was just like... Shoo, and I was, like, scrolling through all of them and I found the right file.
That's not how
a little bit of reference.
The brain doesn't work like that.
Well, that's how mine works.
You know, it's interesting. The way the brain stores memory is just it's bizarre, right? Because like it's not
it's like you're triggering the slightest of signals. That's so vague. You can't even detect it on software. You know, like we're sending a smallest of a signal and it's like retrieval.
Yeah, but
and we know exactly where to send it, but I don't know where I'm sending it to. You know what I'm saying?
But I think it's the fact that like memory is triggered by like other things.
Yeah, like for example, sense.
External sources trigger memory, as opposed to like, remember that time when you were in grade 2, was sitting.
That's forceful thinking.
Right, exactly, and that's when you have to focus to remember.
Yeah.
But like, oftentimes you'll just be walking around and like you'll see a tree and be like, I remember this one tree growing up, like, you know. Yeah. But like, and that's how memory. A small signal. Yeah, but memory is like a part of almost your personality. Yeah. Because you associate with said event, right?
Yeah. Also, it had to be significant enough to come back to you for some weird reason.
Yeah.
I remember this one time. Okay, I kicked a rock. All I did was kick a rock, and I remembered of this one time playing soccer. And I'm like, we lost that game. I'm like, did it impact me that bad? I was like, what?
Horrible. I remember this one soccer game you played where it was raining the whole time.
Yeah.
And I was like standing on the edge of the field, and it was like raining the whole time. And I remember after a while, my dad goes, if you want, he's like, here are the car keys. I'm like, why? He's like, so you can go inside, like into the car. And he's like, so you don't get what? I'm like, and by then it had already been like more than
6 minutes.
More than half of the game had already happened, and I'm like, I'm already wet. Like what?
Like I'm gonna go into the car to get the car wet.
Yeah, I'm like,
on the inside.
What's the point right now? And George looks at me, and goes like, right.
He's like, yeah, should have thought about that earlier.
Well, no, it's because like he was just so focused in the game. Like, he just wasn't paying attention. Yeah. But I'm like, this is like the second half. Like, what are you talking about?
You're just like, there's no point. It's a lost cause.
It's all up. But yeah, I think.
You want to wrap up?
Well, we still need to record a little more actually.
Okay. New topic.
So you have to bring a guest next week.
Yeah, I have to bring a guest next week. The way it's looking, it might be more than one guest.
More than one guest.
At once.
At once. Yeah.
I don't know. Well, you know, we'll see.
You'll see.
We'll see.
You'll see.
Otherwise, I'm gonna have to get somebody else. Hopefully they don't listen to this.
They're totally gonna listen to this.
I'm totally gonna tell them to go listen to this.
They're totally gonna listen to this.
Yeah. I'm just gonna send the link.
But I'm gonna be up till this Friday.
No, I know. So we'll record with them. If we do record with them, we'll record with them earlier before this episode goes up. Yeah. And then I'm gonna be like, you gotta listen to the past.
Yeah.
In order to go to the future.
In order to go to the future.
Exactly.
I mean, the past has to happen in order for the future to come to fruition.
Time's a lie. I don't know what you're talking about.
It's a made
The past. If I say the past is my future, it is.
But that's not how it works.
I can break the rules.
Did you know that?
No, I didn't. Because you didn't finish your sentence.
Well, it'd be nice if I could finish it.
Okay.
Well, I was gonna say that like the past is still the past.
Are you
like,
sure?
You can't go back to it.
I mean,
you're always moving forward.
Technically. Now there was this one test. Where, man, my brain, I'm gonna rack. See, this is when you have to rack your brain and really focus. Remember physics class. I can't remember if it was you can go back if you move at a certain velocity with a different velocity. When there's two different velocities moving in a direction, because that's what a velocity is.
Of course. For those who don't know.
And you have I can't remember, it's like a watch in like a container. Not a watch in a container. I was thinking it was like some kind of box.
Oh, you mean because of gravity?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, but that's actually, that has to do with the gravitational pull.
No. You're thinking of something else. But you're moving at these two different velocities that at which point you're looking at your own clock. And then you're looking at the clock in the box, and the clock in the box is a different time from what yours is, but you set them to the same time
Before the test began. Yeah, but that has
and it basically shows that one is in the past and one is in the present. It's really weird.
Yeah,
I can't explain it.
It's because
I'm really racking my brain.
It's because of the way that you're moving and the way, like, it's all...
And it's not an illusion.
But it's all relative.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, yeah. At the end of the day, all of this is just a simulation. I'm just joking. No,
It's the Matrix. I knew it.
Like,
it's a glitch in the simulation.
I can bend spoons with my mind.
This ain't that Matrix.
Like,
You're not the one, bro.
I am the one.
No, you're not.
No, I'm not gonna do that. Everybody understood for a second and then just lost it.
I mean,
I don't even know what we're doing anymore. This is a whole lost cause.
I don't know.
This whole comedy thing is, we're just gonna scrap it. We're gonna start from scratch.
What is it?
We're gonna be an informative educational program.
Okay, no, so
let me tell you about this time that some kid took LSD. I'm just
okay, no, so listen. So there's actually, I was on the forum for Anchor the other day.
Yeah.
So for those who don't know, if you're listening to this on Spotify, we use Anchor as our main platform to distribute our podcast.
Yeah.
So I was on on like their Facebook page. I don't know, I was scrolling on it for whatever reason. I hadn't been on Facebook in months. And I jump on Facebook and I'm scrolling through their forum page. And this the first post on the page is, do you think it's okay to change your podcast name after like weeks of like uploading with a podcast name? And then the first comment below that post is this guy saying, he's like, I've had to change my podcast name after uploading the first 2 episodes because I found 2 other podcasts with the same name. Yeah. And I was like, wow.
See, because there's a lot of people who are just like, we're gonna rebrand.
Yeah.
Just like for the sake, it was good for while it lasted, but that time and that arc is over.
But I mean, like we our name is pretty general and it works, and I don't think we'll ever change it.
Maybe.
I mean, but the
really
abbreviation rolls off the tongue so well.
T.L.B.P.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
It's great.
It's great.
I mean, it doesn't get any better.
Yeah. I really don't know what to talk about. Like, there's
wrap up. Yeah.
Okay, guys, this has been Two Latin Brothers Podcast. Wait, no, you wrap up since you started. You end it.
This has been Two Latin Brothers Podcast, also known as T.L.B.P.
You're doing the intro at the end.
No, I don't know the outro. I only know the intro.
You only know, hey guys, Two Latin Brothers Podcast, also known as T.L.B.P. I'm Victor, and you said also known as T.L.B.P. I don't say that at the end.
Okay, so just wrap up.
Okay, guys, it's been Two Latin Brothers. We'll catch you guys on the next one. Everything's always in the description, whether it be up, down, left, or right. Make sure to share with your grandma, share with your grandpa, share with your donkey, share with your rooster, share with your walrus. I don't know. We'll catch you guys in the next one. Stay tuned and check out that Twitter. It's great.
Bye.
Bye.